All right, the Atlas Candid Cam is in motion, so we're about to start recording the Fitness Whisperer podcast episode number 9. If you're watching this, you get to see it on video, but you get the visuals and you get this behind the scenes before we even fire up the equipment. So, stay tuned, watch as we go along, listen closely because we've got some awesome Q&As coming up that Master Coach Marianne is going to be firing off at me, and I'm going to be answering to the absolute best of my abilities.
But let's not forget, these are your questions.
Right, I'm going to tell you during the episode where you can go and submit your questions if you have any, so that we can possibly have them on future episodes. So, Master Coach, let's get your mic, give it a little tap. Good.
Thank you for the blue.
Of course, we've got, so I've got the blue shirt, right? I'm going colorful today with my...
So I've got other colors on, but they're...
All right, so I'm gonna fire this up. Thank you, Melissa, and thank you for tuning in. This is Joey Atlas bringing you the Fitness Whisperer, episode number 9. Before we get into this, real quick here, I've got 3 reminders for you. Number 1, if you're new here, somebody shared the link with you or shared an episode with you, be sure to go to thejoeyatlas.com and get your free Fit for Life program. It's 14 awesome videos put together in a sequence that you cannot mess up. Now, it doesn't matter what fitness level you are. These are fully adjustable. Even if you're a pure beginner, there'll be some things you'll be able to do. And if you're intermediate or advanced, it's going to give you a whole new perspective on quote-unquote working out, okay? Very valuable. Dig into them. You'll enjoy them. When you get to that thejoeyatlas.com, you'll see exactly where to sign up. These will come directly to your email inbox every day, and you'll have the video and instructions to follow along with me as your trainer right there in front of you. Number 2, if you're just tuning into this podcast for the first time, please subscribe to it so you never miss an episode, because you're going to want these from here forward, and you're going to want to listen to the ones we've already recorded before this one, episodes number 1 through 8, because today is number 9. So subscribe. You go to thejoeyatlas.com/iTunes. That's iTunes. Subscribe, and then please rate and review it. Now, why do I ask you to do that? It's really simple. I want to know that you're tuning in. I want to know what you think. I want your honest feedback, even if it might be a little bit negative, which I'd be really surprised, but I want to make this better. I want to keep improving, and you're going to help me do that. So even if you totally love it and you think there's nothing to improve, just keep doing what I'm doing, please let me know that. Give me the 5 stars and let me know you love this, and that's going to help other people find it, because the more ratings and reviews I get, the more Apple iTunes shows it to people searching for helpful fitness, nutrition, and mindset info, so that they can subscribe for free and get help, just like you're getting help. The third thing is also share the Fit for Life program and all the videos and the Atlas Candid Cam channel with your friends, your family, and coworkers, so that they have some good advice to follow along in their own health and fitness pursuits. That is thejoeyatlas.com. Share that link with everybody you know. And I dare you to try and take down the website by sending too much traffic to it. Send me too many visitors. I dare you. We've got that thing bolstered, because we know once it catches the mainstream, there's going to be a lot of people coming to it, because what we give away for free there, other people are charging $200,000, $300,000, $400 for, just for the programs. Now, keep in mind, you hear me messing up vocally, unscripted, unedited, unrehearsed here. We go off the cuff. This is the real deal. So, with that past us, Master Coach Marianne, we ready to get into this?
Always.
All right,
ready.
so before we go, I know you're pressed for time. This is a Saturday. We're doing this on a Saturday.
Yes.
It's Memorial Day.
I braved Costco.
Costco. Where it's a holiday, but we love our work so much. We love doing this so much that Master Coach Marianne took some time away from her hubby, Aaron. The 2 girls are here in the studio, Ellie and Tanner. They're hanging out. They're reading their books on a Saturday.
Holiday.
And here we are, holiday. We're shooting this because we love you. We want to help you. So, Any off the cuff, candid questions? Anything you want to throw at me
Haha.
before we get into
Where do I start?
before we get into the really juicy stuff?
Did you work out this morning?
I did
What'd you
work
do?
out. I was up at 6 o'clock because it's Saturday, so I slept in. I need to hold this closer to me. So now you're going to start
Okay.
hearing this really loud and clear because I talk with my hands. I'm Italian, so my hands want to leave my face, and I got to keep the microphone close to me. So you can remind me, say microphone to the mouth. Did my run this morning. It was a 3-mile round trip, 1.5 mile away, and walk, jog back. Even a little bit of sprinting now coming back into the mix because it's springtime and
or summertime.
it is summer actually. So
Yeah, but sprinting's great to add in there.
So
But
I
sprint
did.
can be a walk or a run. There's different.
True. Yep.
Always feel like we need it.
So my body weight training, actually today is a shoulder workout. I'm going to do that probably when we finish this and I head back home. I will do it before dinner, put some music on, and get my fitness in. You know, there's other people are going to decide to sit on the couch and have some chips and beer. I'm going to go into my home gym room and going to get my anti-aging routine in. It's that simple, you know. Did you work out today?
I did.
Give me the quick summary.
It's an easy one. Saturday morning. I love the heat, so I actually slept in. I didn't get up till 5, but I didn't run until I think I left about 7:30. I just did a nice 10-mile run.
10 miles.
I just wanted to relax.
Like, it's a
clear
joke.
my mind.
Like nothing.
Yeah. It's just relaxing.
I know,
By
I hear you.
myself, no anything. Just
That's it. That's why we do it.
helps me breathe.
It's holistic fitness.
Yeah. I'll do
It's
some
not just
core.
the physical, it's
Yeah.
also the mental, spiritual, emotional.
This evening will be core, and I need a good stretch. So
Nice.
if that's,
You
yeah.
got your stretching routine.
Yes,
Okay,
of course.
nice.
As I sit with the stretching master.
Now we're going to get into some of that. So a couple of funny things before we get into the academic stuff.
Yes.
You see me wearing another hat. 47 years it has taken me to find the perfect hat, and I found it. That's why I'm wearing it today. You've
Where?
seen some other hats in some of the other videos. It actually, I had this in a slightly larger size, and I knew if I could find one size down from that one,
Yeah.
it would
Is
be
it
absolutely
fitted all the way
perfect.
around?
It's fitted all the way
Oh.
around.
Do you know that I really love hats?
It's the Flex Fit from Yupung or Yupung, and so the reason why I've hardly ever been able to find a hat that fits, and I love hats, is because I have this weird shaped head. Like my weird shaped head and my 5'2" body, 5'2", it's a joke by the creator. So here's what happened. My mom gave me this story. When the creators were making me,
Mm-hmm.
I was literally perfect, right? I was gonna be a perfect,
I love mom stories.
perfect specimen.
Yes.
And at the last minute, they
Wait, did
decided.
you come first? Are you the oldest?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well then that's
So they
also-
said, "Oh, wait a minute. We don't make perfect people.
Yeah.
So this guy, if we put him out there like this, he's gonna be perfect. We can't do that." So
It's not
they
fair
said,
to the
"No,
human race."
we're gonna take him from 6'2" and
Yeah.
muscular and handsome to 5'2". That'll fix,
This
the
is your
height
mom's-
thing."
This is what your mom told you?
Yeah. So we're gonna slap him down to 5'2" instead of 6'2", and we'll take his cute, perfect round head and just, we'll make it a weird shape and size so that he can stay good looking, but he's gonna have problems finding hats his whole life that fit.
Keeps
Wait.
you humble.
So it does. So here I am.
Yeah.
Almost perfect, but always a work in progress. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah, do you know what my creation story is? I'm
Tell
one
me.
of 5 girls, and my sisters are these beautiful, curvy women with curly, dark brown, beautiful hair and eyelashes. And I told them, since I'm the oldest, I'm so kind and giving, I left all these good body parts in a box up there for them to partake of when they came down.
Nice.
So I'm the scrawny runt.
You're far
But,
from that.
Wow, but I gifted them.
You bring all the heat in every way. But one last
I
thing.
kept the personality.
Yeah, you did, big time, and it's growing every week. So one last quick funny note.
Yes.
Our director of smooth operations, Nikki,
She's a rock star.
total rock star, beyond her years.
You cannot say Nikki and without saying rock star.
No, Nikki Rockstar. So
Yes.
here's the other project she wants to add to her plate. She wants to create for me
Yeah.
a full online dating profile.
Yes, please. I get a part of it.
So, because, you know, she
Only if we can use old show photos.
probably. We use a lot of stuff. If it's going to be done right, it's going to take a lot of time. And I've been hesitating to dip my toe back into the online dating scene, but everybody agrees that I am very hidden because all my work is done in solitude, and I don't go out and do all these social things.
It's part of growing.
I know.
You can't hide your talents under a bushel.
True. I know you've got to, in order for people to find you, you've got to put your stuff out there. So I might be open to it. The team doing a collective profile for the Joey Atlas.
The Joey Atlas.
We'll
Let
see.
us add it.
And if I add some of my creative writing, that really makes it multidimensional.
No, I think you should just let us.
And then just put it out there, like put it out big time.
I think you should just let us create the Joey Atlas.
All right, we'll talk. All right, so stay tuned. This might be really
Nikki
fun.
and I will talk.
All right.
Yes.
I'm daring. I'm very adventurous. So this may be a green light, okay? Because I trust both you ladies big time. That's the only reason why it might happen. Okay,
and
so
you know how protective we are.
Oh yeah, I trust. So before we get started, you'll see I've got these two massive books, volumes 1 and 2 of Muscle, Smoke, and Mirrors. I won't tell you why I have these right now, but as we get into our material, I will tell you why I have these and the significance of what these mean. Not that you have to read these, because this is what I do. I read these for you, plus all the other books and materials that I read, so that we can bring you all the proper information sifted down into the most tangible, usable nuggets. All right, here we go.
Diving in.
Master Coach Marianne, let's rip it.
All right, ready? Number 1 from Melissa in Atlanta, Georgia. And this actually, it says best regards Melissa and Brad from Atlanta, Georgia. So Brad's on there too.
Okay.
Dear Joey, I'm writing this on behalf of both myself and my husband, Brad. We just signed up for a free Fit for Life program last week and are about to start. Someone from Brad's office shared it with us after they started getting good results with it. Thank you to the office.
Cool.
My question is this. Your approach seems so much gentler and easier than what's being spread around the mass media and on Instagram and Facebook. Seriously, we tried the high intensity programs and we all we get is hurt and burnout. We can't do that stuff. We need to lose this fat we are gaining, and we need to focus on improving our health. We have parents that died young due to bad eating habits and no exercise, so we know where that all leads. We have 2 young kids in elementary school, so schedules are tight. But we are open to suggestions. Do you think your I can't read today, Joey. Contrarian approach will help us, even though we're middle-aged and used to be top-level athletes in high school? Looking forward to the answers to this and using the Fit for Life program. Best regards, Melissa and Brad from Atlanta, Georgia.
All right, so probably very well-educated professionals using the word contrarian.
Yes.
So they must have been following me for at least a little bit, or read some of the materials, because it's true. As you know, Master Coach of the Studio, what we do is totally contrarian, very non-traditional, and unconventional.
By the way, for those who aren't, you probably should explain what that means.
Yeah.
Because there's new listeners, and they may not.
Yep. So if you're listening, whether you're here at our first studio in St. John's, Mandarin, Florida area, or if you're on the other side of the world in Singapore, Australia, New Zealand, doesn't matter where you're tuning in from. This info applies. The mainstream approaches are basically what you see and hear about most of the time. You see this stuff on social media all the time. Basically, everybody's doing the same stuff, but just a different brand name or different color scheme. We're the opposite of that. We don't do push, high intensity, go till you drop, push till you puke, no pain, no gain. It's totally nonsensical as far as we're concerned. It's another world. We've created another world, another zone, another approach, and you're looking at us. I'm 47. Master Coach Marianne is
almost.
All right, 39.
Almost.
All right,
I round
almost.
up once I hit.
We don't go push. We're not doing HIIT. We're not doing all this crazy stuff. We're not doing in-your-face boot camps. And we look pretty good, right? So if we look pretty good, especially in middle age, and we're not doing these things that everybody else is saying you need to do, well, maybe we're onto something. So
Yes.
we do just say we do the opposite, or we don't do what everybody else is doing. That's contrarian. That's non-traditional.
Yep.
It's unconventional. So
Develop health.
yes.
Okay.
All right. So
Will
first
your-
and foremost,
Yes.
yes.
Will
The
your
answer
coach
is
help us?
absolutely. And so we're living examples of that.
Yes.
All of our clients are. A lot of the people closest to us are. It's hard for people. The question comes from somebody's own mindset,
Yes.
like because they've heard so much of this other stuff already. Them being athletes when they were younger, they're used to training hard,
It's all they know.
right?
It's
So
what
it's
you're
very
trained,
hard
you're
to
taught.
hear somebody say, "Well, you can take a gentle, easier approach.
Yes.
You could do it all at home, literally, and get better results that you can maintain forever."
Right.
It's hard to hear that and believe it. It sounds too good to be true. So I totally respect where the question's coming from. Their mindset, though, of recognizing that some of their parents were sedentary and had poor eating habits and died young, they know where this all leads. Their
Well,
intent.
and they recognize that.
Right.
That's
Yes.
already the fact that they recognize that, they recognize what caused that, and they recognize why they need to change.
Yes.
Is huge.
So if I remember, they have young kids.
2 elementary school kids.
Schedules tight, and
Mhm.
so they're smart.
Yes.
They don't want to die young for their kids like their parents did for them. So
And I
they know this
imagine
isn't just vanity fitness.
No, but also having 2 young kids, they probably also appreciate the fact that means they need to be active, not only to live long, but to participate
Right.
in their kids' lives.
For sure, absolutely. So the answer is yes, Melissa and Brad. Awesome question. Open up your mind to not even just my way of doing things and our approach and the whole Sculpted Fit and the Joey Atlas philosophy. Just open it up in general. And there may be other things beyond what we're sharing here, but maybe what we're giving you here is that entryway. Maybe the free Fit for Life program is that gateway into this other realm that you didn't know existed or are just unsure if it existed. So you've got the free program. You and Brad can get started ASAP if you haven't started already by the time you hear this episode.
Can I point out something
Yeah.
else? I'm also a mom of 2 kids. One's still in elementary school, one's a 6th grader. But schedules are tight. The great thing about this program, it's family safe. These are exercises that will help your children also become healthy and strong. It won't break them down. Like young kids cannot weight train. They can't do HIIT exercise, but they can do this. So where your schedule's tight, do it as a family. Get the kids
Exactly.
involved, and then you're having quality family time
Oh,
and developing healthy lifestyle habits.
Exactly.
But you're doing it together. So it's not taking away from your family time, it's adding to it.
Right.
And that really builds
it's a game
strong-
changer.
It is a game
Right?
changer.
Because you don't have to
It's
drive
fun.
20 minutes to the health
Yeah.
club, spend extra time
Right.
there,
Nope.
then drive home.
Mhm.
Just the drive time, if it's an average of 20 minutes,
Right.
is 40 total.
Mhm.
You could do that. You could spend that whole 40 minutes at home
Together.
and do your entire program and get better results.
And you want to know your kids, you want to have a great conversation, stretch and talk to your children.
Right.
Because you'll be relaxed,
Absolutely.
your minds will be
And
open.
you're teaching. You're leading by example.
Absolutely.
You're showing them
And
what it
then
is to be fit.
They are encouraging you to stay on target.
Right.
So when you say kids and tight schedules, they can work together.
Right. And speaking of young kids and tight schedules,
Mm-hmm.
in the Fit for Life program, I think I have 2 full playground
Oh yeah.
training
you do.
videos in there where you could do your workouts on the
Mhm.
playgrounds. So
Yes.
depending on the time of year and climate, you've got a whole
Outside.
entryway into training on playgrounds where you can turn the kids loose. You guys can do your workouts, and you can make a whole thing of it. Maybe you'll inspire some other parents to do the same. But there's a whole other series in addition to that. If you like that, you've got more choices beyond that. But you got to get started first, and you got to create the foundational framework. Once you do that, then you put the building blocks on top of that, and we're
Right.
off to the races.
And Melissa and Brad are doing this together. What better date night
I love that.
than
Sign me up for
exercising?
that.
That's what Aaron
That's
and
going
I do.
in. That's going in my profile.
Aaron and I go on. We do workout dates together.
Love
so,
it.
Yeah.
That's going to be a prerequisite for mine.
We'll
Give
put
me a
it in there.
checklist. Put it in the profile.
We'll put it in there. Nikki Rockstar. We'll put that in there.
All right. Is that good? We got good answers for Melissa and Brad? Are we
I
done?
think so.
Question 2?
Comes from Elaine in Toronto, Canada.
Oh.
Hi, Joey. When it comes to bone health, and this is a great question. When it comes to bone health, do you support the advertised products on the market with all the side effects that are scary, or do you promote the idea of natural self-care as a first step? I know it's not a brilliant question, but I'm interested in your perspective, and I'm sure many others would be too. Thank you for all you do, Joey, from Elaine in Toronto, Canada. Hey, ladies, listen up.
And men, too.
And men,
Yeah.
and men, absolutely. This is a very important question, so I'm glad. Elaine, thank you for asking.
Yes. So this transcends. I love getting all these different questions. By the way, we'll tell you where
The
you can
variety.
submit your questions
Yeah.
before we wrap up this episode. This transcends the vanity aspect of fitness, and which is what we're all about. We're
Right.
about the holistic view.
Yep.
We love vanity.
Everybody likes
we
to look
all do,
good.
but it's only one ingredient in the mix. So this thing about bone health, as we age, we lose a lot of things if we remain sedentary and if we eat bad stuff.
Yes.
Like that bad stuff is displacing good stuff. So when you displace good stuff, you're not giving your body all the proper nutrients.
Right.
And then on top of that, you're putting in these bad toxins that are also breaking your body down. As you age, these toxins become your body, hence disease. So the bone part, obviously when you do proper resistance training, which most of what we do is gravity, resistance bands, and accessories, you build muscle density, you build the neurological connections, you build functionality. But we also build bone density.
Yes, you strengthen your
You
bones.
strengthen the bones because of that training effect that you're imparting on them. They respond to the usage stress that you're imparting on them and the requirement you're asking them to provide back in that duty, that exercise, that movement.
Yep.
They respond by saying, oh, we've got to be strong, we've got to get stronger, we have to be dense, more dense. So step 1, like let's just say she's referring to a sedentary woman or man.
Yes.
Step 1, if there are some bone issues suspected or pre-osteoporosis, right, being diagnosed, step 1 is to start exercising properly.
Yes.
And
properly.
and getting the right nutrients into the body along with that.
Right.
Those two things right there can prevent a lot of people from having to go on any kind of meds alone. It's not rocket science.
No.
It's
and
not at all.
the meds where the length of side effects are longer than the actual advertisement for the commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they bank on the fact
Oh, sorry.
that most people either are not going to go the exercise and eating properly route, or they're going to be on again, off again, or some people may have very good intentions of wanting to exercise and eat right, but they don't have the right plan to follow.
And they don't know how.
Right, they don't know how to judge what they should choose.
Right.
And I get it. It's a very confusing marketplace out there. We deal with it all the time. We know what we're doing. Women come in, they experience it, they realize, oh, okay, I found a safe haven, this is my deal, right? But just the same, step 1 is find an appropriate program to stimulate the body, which includes the bones, to reverse the decay of bones. So you build up the bone density by asking them to do work and giving them proper nutrients. Then, after, I don't know, some doctors test after a few months again, you can see what's the bone density looking like, and do we need to add in some type of either natural, if the doctor's a holistic doctor, there might be some natural interventions that could be added on top of the exercise and eating properly.
Right.
Then as like the 3rd or 4th step, what medications then might be needed? Because if there are still some needed at that point, the dosages and the amounts won't be as high.
Right.
Which is huge because you're reducing the amount of this medication in your body and the potential for side effects.
But also, once you get to that point, if and when you do everything that you can do on your own, and you do need a medication, you won't have other toxins in your body that complicate that medication coming in.
Right.
So
Here's a thought. again, men and women, osteoporosis is not something that comes out of the blue.
No,
Like, if you're sedentary and you're eating a typical average diet, which is crap,
Yeah.
if
Oh.
you're doing that, like, you can expect to get osteoporosis.
Yeah, it's a given.
It's a given. Like, it's not if I get it, or always me, I've got this to deal with. Like, we're asking for it.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to be sedentary and eating like crap.
Yeah.
Because what happens is these different diseases, osteoporosis
Our
being
bodies-
one of them, it's premature
Well,
aging because
our
you're giving
bodies
it
are
the
made-
scenario to come around.
We're made to be used. And
That's it, plain and simple.
When anything you have at all, any toy, any machine, anything, any book, when they're made to be used and they're not used, they fall apart. When they're not used properly, they're not maintained.
Right.
Our bodies are meant to be used.
Exactly.
If you get up and use it and feed it the proper fuel, it will function properly and long lasting.
If you use it, you will not lose it.
Exactly.
What's the other thing that's actually, people say exercise is medicine? It's not medicine. Medicine is meant to
Yeah.
like band-aid a problem.
Right.
Exercise is the fountain of youth.
It's a way of life.
Right.
It's
It's
a
preventive. It
healthy
prevents
lifestyle.
you from having to
That's
take
why
medicine.
when you're healthy, you're happy. When you're happy, you're healthy. They go together.
Exercise is a freaking time machine. It makes you age in reverse, baby.
And not only
47 years old, 39 years old.
And I thought-
If you see us on video, you'll know what we're doing right now.
Oh.
You gotta come check out the video.
I know mine are in there.
There you go.
Not only that, you won't just strengthen your bones. You'll lower your cholesterol.
Oh, come on. We can sit here another hour with all the benefits.
That's another podcast.
It's another podcast, another
But yes,
Q&A, but this
you
is
will.
it.
You
The
can.
bones.
And you
boom.
know, if you don't know where to start, it's simple. Push up. Slow.
Get the
controlled.
free Fit for Life program.
Yes.
It's like,
It
this is
will-
free. You can
baby
start
steps.
for free.
It will tell you exactly where and how to start without hurting yourself.
Exactly. You don't need to pump weights. You don't need to do the stack machines. You don't need to fire
You have
kettlebells around.
everything you
Your
need.
body is the machine.
Yes.
I teach you how to use it in your own living room or in your own
Anywhere.
bedroom, wherever.
If you travel. it
Travel in the
goes
hotel
with
room,
you.
your
You
in-laws'
can be-
house, wherever.
You can be healthy on the road.
That's it.
because
Anywhere,
you have
anytime.
it. Yep. It's
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Good question.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Okay, let me turn the page because we've got more good stuff. All right, number 3 from Dave. Hi, Dave.
Dave. Thank you.
Dave is from Texas, and his wife is Liz.
What part of Texas did he say?
I'm gonna let you Lubbock.
Let me see.
Lubbock.
I think it's Lubbock.
Lubbock.
I think so.
Lubbock. Well, that's
I
my.
had a long distance client from there
Yeah.
years and years ago.
I have
Lubbock,
some
Texas.
siblings that live in Texas. I'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
All right, Joey. I hope this question makes it into the podcast Q&A. Wishes are granted.
Here it is.
I've been sedentary my whole life until I took up golf around middle age to help with my business networking and meetings. I enjoyed it and now have been playing for about 30 years.
Nice.
I've been doing your Optimum Flexibility program for about 6 weeks now, and the
Smart
improvements
guy.
have been quite surprising. Not just for my golf, but for everything I do. Yes.
Mm.
My wife, who plays a lot of tennis, has also started doing the routine daily, and it's made the most impact on her game since her knee surgery 6 years ago. Seeing you really do know your stuff, we'd like to know what you suggest we should add as a next step in improving overall fitness, not just for golf and tennis, but for overall health and anti-aging purposes. We have lots of grandkids and we love to travel, so we want to be out and about. Thanks, Dave and Liz.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry, they want to be their best.
Ah, very nice. Well, first, Dave and Liz, thank you for submitting that. That's a really good question.
There's so much gold in that
Well,
question.
It's huge. I mean, it's so. All right. So
Hats off to you, Dave. first
actually,
of
I'm gonna
all.
put the hat backwards.
Yes.
Like Dave's getting the backwards hat for this. We're indoors, so I can do
I
this.
love that he recognizes how much the flexibility.
So flexibility.
It's gold.
First of all, thank you for buying and using the Optimum Flexibility program. That all started with golfers, then it spread out to
Gonna say
tennis
that's-
players like your wife.
Yeah.
But I do that myself. I don't play golf. A little bit of tennis here and there. I'd like to do more of it. Maybe we'll put that in my online dating profile.
Must play tennis.
I want to play tennis. But truth is, proper flexibility benefits everybody no matter what you do.
And
any sport or not.
but even daily lifetime habits,
Right.
digestion,
Yeah.
sleep.
Yes.
It
You name it. It's like the blue collar form of meditation.
it's so good for everything. Especially where he said, since his wife had knee surgery, flexibility will rejuvenate your knees.
Flexibility is one of the most underrated aspects of fitness that can literally change a person's life. Like for him, this is their gateway.
Right.
Like he's been sedentary his whole life. Aside from playing golf, the flexibility he started doing to improve and help his golf. Boom, there's his entry, there's his gateway, right, to get started. So they're smart enough to realize, hey, this is really helpful. What can we add on top of this in regards to fitness training to keep the benefits going?
Bravo for reaching out and being willing to, he recognized the problem,
Right.
he was willing to make a change, and now he wants to take it even farther.
Absolutely. So here's what I would say. And this is, whether I'd be coaching somebody long distance or doing consulting on site or the team here is coaching people in the studio, this is part of the philosophy. You're going to add in natural resistance training.
Yes.
Focused on body weight conditioning first, so that you're strengthening from the core outward. So we have, 640 muscles in the body,
Yeah.
give or take. There are about 640 muscles in the entire body, give or take a few, arguably. But those muscles, in addition to needing flexibility and range of motion capabilities, they need proper strengthening. But the key is to avoid what we think is, like we were talking about in question 1. You don't need to be weight training and doing sets of this and forced reps and this machine, that machine, and taking 90 minutes in the gym on a typical personal trainer routine. Proper resistance training for muscle strength, endurance, and capabilities is, number 1, working against gravity, using your body in natural movements, and there are hundreds of exercises that can be done. Again, these, Dave and Liz, is it Liz?
It is Liz.
Liz.
Yeah.
You just get the Fit for Life program on thejoeyatlas.com. You add those routines on top of the Optimum Flexibility program, and you'll be light years ahead of all your peers in terms of what you're doing for functional anti-aging. I mean, that alone, and you won't even have to buy anything after that.
Yeah, they'll ask you for your secrets.
They're going to want to know, what are you guys doing to be so strong, sprightly, energetic, and not complaining about aches and pains, and they're going to want to know your secrets. Please do share. Don't hold it back. But
and with grandkids, let me tell you what, we specifically have several women that come in and work out with us so that they can play with their grandchildren. That was their sole purpose for starting, and now they're running right along next to them, and we're talking all ages, toddlers to middle school to high schoolers to college kids, but they're keeping up with them, and that was their sole purpose for coming in.
yeah, it's
So yes, that's
what
you
you're
will.
just saying about the ladies in the studio here and Dave and Liz. When they start something that does what it says and
Yes.
feels good and it's safe and results are coming, there's automatic trust there where they think, okay, this is actually happening even better than they told us it would.
Yep.
What else do they have for us?
Yeah, that's
Right?
I love that.
So what else do we have? What we have is free. Again, Fit for Life. Just
because
go to
it's so important
It
that
is.
we want to make sure you have it.
Yeah, I mean,
No
I don't.
matter what your
Right.
situation.
So you want to buy
You
more?
have
That's
access
fine.
to
We've
it.
got more for you to buy, but what we give you for free is enough to create a full spectrum program that you can rotate indefinitely and keep getting results from.
Yeah.
All we ask is
Especially-
that you share it when you start turning back the clock.
Annie says they love to travel. You
Huge,
can take it with you.
right?
So
You don't have to take the gym with you or go sign up, a daily membership at a health club. All the stuff we teach is doable everywhere. We have the travel trainer videos,
yes,
right? Those are gold.
Yeah.
Our clients are able to follow these short 6, 8, 10-minute
that you can do
videos.
anywhere with,
There's no excuse
with
anymore.
nothing but your body.
That's it. And they're enjoyable, right in your hotel room or at the in-laws house or wherever. So the key is functional resistance training, focusing on your body weight first, adding in some resistance bands.
Yes, bands
We're
are
going to be
great.
doing more videos with resistance bands very
Exercise
soon.
ball, the big stability balls.
Right.
Those are great.
Right. So you've got the foundation of flexibility. Add in the functional body weight training with some
And,
accessories.
good job starting with flexibility, because now you're going to progress without injuries because your muscles are loose. They're ready to go. They're going to be able to do anything you give them.
You know what's
Control.
this is funny. A lot of people will see me, especially if I'm at the beach. You know, got the physique going. Even though it's tiny, it's still it's respectable. It catches eyes. When people see me stretch, then they're really like, "Whoa, this guy's not muscle bound."
A lot of times you think muscles.
Right, it's an old myth.
Yep.
And most muscular people are muscle
you're not
bound because their
flexible, then
flexibility
you
isn't
bulk.
there. But when they see me doing certain stretches,
Or toe
they're like,
touches.
"Whoa, I thought you're not supposed to be
Straddle
that
jumps.
flexible." Yeah, the jumping toe touch.
Yep.
But I don't go a day without stretching. To me, it's just as important as the muscle conditioning.
Right.
It's part of the package. Like, what good is your muscle if you can't
It's your
move it through a range of
insurance
motion?
policy.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And so I'll do, if I do some stretching at the soccer fields when the kids are practicing, I'll have a leg up on the fence and I'll hear people make funny remarks. Oh my God, if I did that, you'd be calling the ambulance or something, And I get it, it's funny and it's true.
But it's reality.
But you have to work into that.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't expect anybody to do a full leg
No.
up on a fence without
Right.
working up to it. But
even 5 minutes of stretching.
right.
To stop and stretch for 5 minutes, and you'd be amazed the amount of energy.
Yeah, and if you love TV, fine. I'm not a TV fan, got rid of it long ago, but even if you love TV and you have to watch a few shows, you don't have to just stay static on the couch.
No.
Get on the floor, put down a towel or a stretch mat, do your stretching while you're watching your darn shows.
Well, even younger, when I was a gymnast, I had to really work for my flexibility, and that's when my mom would have me every time a commercial, back when we watched commercials,
Right.
I'd have to sit in splits and stretch during the commercial breaks. And that's, as a kid,
Yeah.
that's what, so
It's
anyway,
good.
yeah.
Love it.
But
Your mom
you're
is the bomb, by the way.
definitely-
Susan rocks it here. She is
Yes.
an awesome client,
She's amazing.
and she's coming on staff as a senior sub coach.
Super sub.
Right.
Super sub Susan.
Love it.
But yes, he's just ready for the rest of your program.
Yeah, that's
Dave
it.
and Liz.
Just a free fit for life. That's
Yeah.
it. You want
You'll
to buy
love
more?
it.
Great.
Love
But
it.
that's
Keep
it.
going.
Foundation is there.
Play with your grandkids.
That's it. That's
What a
matter.
better source of exercise, and get out and play
Yeah.
with those grandkids. Run around
Awesome
the
question, Dave and Liz. Keep us posted on your progress. Thank
Yes.
you.
All right, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. She says, Joey, I hope this finds you well. It does.
Does.
You're doing
Thank
well.
you.
I've been in Atlasville since your early days. How long ago were the early days?
Ooh,
Should we ask?
2005 or 6-ish since I started going online. Yeah.
And you've impacted my life in profound ways. The question, though, is about my son. He's 19 years old and heavily into the gym scene.
Wow.
I think too much, actually. He is very into supplements to the point where he's spending hundreds of dollars every month and taking things every few hours. I'm a bit worried and really don't know how to talk to him about this. We've had a great relationship, but this topic is touchy with him. What would you talk to him about if he was sitting across from you, willing to take in some wisdom from a guy who's been where my son is now? Thanks so much, Joey. Your philosophy and programs are deeply appreciated. Lisa from Darwin, Australia.
Wow.
That's an excellent question that I think
From Darwin, Australia.
Yes, I think that's when a lot of parents wonder. I bet her son is I bet she finds him a little short-tempered and kind of cranky too, because usually
Possibly.
that comes with improper supplement.
Yeah, no, this hats off to her.
Mhm.
Wow, this is great. So
Hey, hats off to her for being invested in her son also.
absolutely.
Not just to tell him he's wrong, but she wants to know.
Right.
And
This
she
is huge.
cares.
Yeah,
So
this is huge.
as a mom, hats off to you for
Big
being
time.
invested in what your son's doing in his fitness program.
Right. So I can speak on this, and I will, from being that kid years ago,
Yes.
from having one
I was
now
saying,
who's
you
kind of
also
just
Have
opening
a
his
son,
eyes
he's
and waking up.
21 now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then
You also have a 19-year-old, not son, but you have a 19-year-old daughter.
right. And having worked with other clients who've had children where this has come up.
Yes.
So, where do we start? All right, so let's start here. Here's what you're up against. You're up against many companies positioning their products at the market your son is in as the latest, greatest, and best.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, this has been going on for years. This is why I brought these books.
Isn't new.
Right, because you actually gave me a preview of that specific question. Marianne asked,
Yes.
here's a quick preview of this question. Can we include this one because it could be pretty serious? I said definitely.
Well, it's a golden
yes.
question.
So I said definitely, even though it's not for the person asking, it's for her son. It's still one that needs to be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I took these off my shelf. Here's where we'll go with this.
Hold on, let me point this out
Yeah.
real quick. There's a reason when you said it's out there, it's the media. There's a reason why. He's spending hundreds of dollars
Right.
every month. People want him spending that money.
Right.
So let's.
So
So it is everywhere, and it's big,
Right.
and
It-
it's
in the nutrition supplement realm, there
Yeah.
are many different companies targeting different niche markets.
wherever.
There
it can.
are tons of companies going after the teenage, early 20s market, not because they have good stuff for them, but because they know their mental state.
Yes, and they know they'll pay to get the results.
They know their
they want.
insecurities,
Yes.
they know their
Yes.
weak spots, and they market to that.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's why that is their niche. Again, this has been going on from before I was even a teenager.
Yeah, it's.
All right, now looking back, there were companies doing the same stuff, knowing that we want to be as muscular as possible. Not just the guys,
I mean, you
also
talked
the
to my-
girls who
Oh
train.
yeah, the girls. You
Okay,
can talk to my dad about it. I mean, he's in his 67,
Right.
and this was going on when he was into big
Yes.
lifting and heavy. I mean,
So-
yeah.
I'll give you the brief summary. These books, 2 big volumes, Muscle, Smoke, and Mirrors. I'm halfway through volume 1. I can't wait to get into volume 2. But if anybody was to read these, all right, back in action. The candid cam is rolling.
Hello.
We're good to go.
We're back.
So, if anybody was to read these, you would have a new set of glasses.
Put your mic by your mouth.
You would have a new set of glasses with which to look at the entire nutrition and supplementation market. There's a reason why Muscle, Smoke, and Mirrors are in the title here. The roots of everything we see in the marketplace go all the way back to the 60s and 70s, maybe even earlier, when the physical muscle culture had its roots and the nutrition and supplementation markets sprouted out of that. From there, it's blossomed into this crazy realm that's just growing by leaps and bounds. Not because it's a good thing, but people want to believe there are magic pills and potions
It's
for
simple
their
as-
challenges.
It's as simple as taking a pill to get these results. I lost this much weight just by taking one pill a day.
Right.
I could bench
Now-
press this much just by taking one
Now-
scoop of this in my shaker cup.
I will say there
It's not
are
real.
good areas of the nutrition supplementation industry, but it is
There's-
far
Mhm.
outnumbered and outweighed by the gray area, all the shady stuff and the crappy stuff that goes on, and the types of marketing, the insecurity-based marketing that goes on in the industry. So this goes directly to Lisa's question of
Yes.
what she's dealing with her son. He's spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month, like many
Like every-
youngsters his age, late teens, early 20s.
That's the key market.
Yes, because they see these flashy bottles,
Yeah.
the commercials with the guys on steroids who are doing the endorsements,
Yes.
and the pretty girls who are helping pitch the products. And these guys are looking for any edge.
Right.
And the marketing and the wording and the supposed studies and research to back up what the claims are way too, it's tough for them to pass up.
It is.
So they're willing to take the risk, and they're willing to spend the money. Sometimes it's not even their own money, it's the parents' money, because they're doing this thing that they can't do without.
Or you know what else? They go into a shop to purchase it, and the person selling the items, they really don't know what they're selling. They simply read what the bottle says to your son, or they have it memorized, and they pitch it.
Right.
And so that's what your son is going to buy. They
Right.
don't.
So
there's so many things.
we won't go long on this because it's really simple. I remember when I was in my teens, really getting heavy into this. Every year, there seemed to be a new magic natural product with this cool name and a cool story behind it, and that would be the product.
Cool person using it.
Right, cool people using it, fake endorsements. And that's the one that would sell millions and millions and millions of dollars worth until people realize, oh, this is crap, it doesn't work. Then there'd be the latest, newest thing. Mm-hmm. Now, this is in all types. There's muscle building, there's fat burning, there's
pre-workout,
cures for every disease.
Recovery,
right. So 2 points here. Right now,
mid-workout.
Like even when I was younger, there was no pre-workout supplementation or whatever's. There was zero. Now there's a whole, every company is selling these pre-workout concoctions. We won't get into the details here. I don't use them. I mean, I don't need pre-workout, and I'm doing okay. What they're doing is they're slicing and dicing the areas of the market, and they're creating these fake needs of the user, that you need something for right before your workout. You need something for during your workout.
Yes.
And if you want the absolute best results, you better have this for right after your workout. Right.
And then this a half hour later.
And then you need this right before bedtime so that you enhance the restorative blah, blah, blah of your body. There's angles for everything. And these companies are slicing and dicing their way to big profits, but it's costing the end users a lot of money, and there's a lot of health effects, ill health effects on this. Big time. The pre-workouts, they're loaded with crap. And the way they compete is by them out-edging each other on how much stuff they could load in there without killing people.
Right. And we can go into this another day, but even to be approved, FDA approved, it's not as strict as
well, there are no rules and regulations.
Right.
Like, you don't have to submit for approval. The only time you get busted is when you have adverse reports about your product either adding up to too many and enough people reporting, or if somebody dies and it's tied directly to your product, then the FDA, FTC, they have different.
But it's very loose. It's not what you think it should be.
We could go to market next week with a product we go private label that we can source from anywhere in the world, and we can do it until we get caught. And if we stay within the legal boundaries of claims and whatever, we don't get caught. Right. It's a huge gray market.
Yes.
Again, there are some very high quality companies. We talk about them a lot on my blogs. We'll talk about them in some podcasts. But the market for the bad stuff and the unnecessary stuff is way, way bigger than the market for the good stuff and the helpful stuff. So, does that help answer that question?
Can I tell you the best advice I ever got on this stuff? My mom and dad told me, the more you know, the better you'll be. If you're looking for a way to help your son understand what he's using, teach him to learn and read and research and look at the products.
Right. Don't believe the marketing.
Right. Tell him to go and research it himself. That's what did Joey hold up? Books. Open them up and research it. Get online, research the ingredients, research it, learn what a body does, learn how a body works.
Yeah.
Help him know to learn
and I can
himself.
Tell you from being in actually deep into the bodybuilding, the
better his results will be. Yes.
Back in my younger years, I was close to a lot of people who actually got endorsement deals for certain companies, and being close and being friendly, you see the other side of the fence. It's all business.
Yes.
It's like, if somebody pays you a few $100,000 a year to say, I use this and this, but they're not telling the whole story of what else they do, it's very misleading. They're leaving certain information out that will help the person looking at the marketing and the ads to know information that will also help them make a decision in the opposite direction. Right? And this, we're not even getting into the ingredients and all these things and what people who are coming off of the rebound effect they have to go through. But this is all based on marketing toward insecurities and desires and hopes.
But knowledge brings confidence, which brings success. So help your son understand, the more he knows, the more he can invest in himself. He takes control of his workout, takes control of his supplement.
And one step on top of that, you can tell your son, come check out Joey's videos. Some of my workout videos, kids will see them and they're like, man, this old guy, middle age, this guy's in awesome shape for 47. Like, I would like to look like that. And we could tell your kids, this is natural.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I take minimal supplementation. I don't take pre-workout. I don't take stimulants. I don't take any of that stuff. I share everything I do on my blog. You can come to thejoeyatlas.com. You can read the blog articles. You can watch the Atlas Candid Cam videos. I share a lot of what I do on an ongoing basis so that people can see, wow, here's this guy. I wonder what he does on a regular basis. It's too much to share right now in this episode. That's why I put it on the blog. That's why I put it on the Atlas Candid Cam channel on the site, because I want people to see what I do, nothing hidden. And if I change things, if I add things, if I remove things, if I'm going to experiment with something that might seem legitimate, I'm going to share that with you so that it's done in full transparency and there's nothing to hide.
Mm-hmm.
So, and my goal is to help people. So if I share what I do, nothing hidden, then I know I'm at least giving my absolute best in full honesty to help you realize that, well, actually being fit and healthy is a bit easier than everybody out there is making it to be.
Yes.
Right? And so at the end of the day,
invest in yourself.
If you can get your son to think about his long-term health and longevity,
and what his goals long-term are,
right,
not just today.
Exactly. He will start thinking about what he's putting in his body in a very different way. Again, I've had to deal with it myself, going through it. I've had to deal with it with my own kids, and also with clients who've had children going through the same phases and stages of life, who got into the fitness exercise realm. And it goes with the territory. Like, I've been fortunate enough to be in this, and through my dad, go to school for it and learn in a way that not many other people have a chance to learn.
And me too, I was raised with it.
Right.
But
your parents were in it all the time.
But they made us learn about it also.
Which most parents can't do.
Right, because they
so
don't
you've
know.
had
We're fortunate
another perspective that is powerful and priceless.
To learn about it. But your son will see a major difference once he learns what he's doing, and he goes from letting someone else tell him how to work out, what to take, to knowing for himself.
What's that song? Don't believe the hype.
Yeah.
That's it. Don't believe the hype. So
invest in yourself and your knowledge.
Exactly. So again, if he wants to ask me questions directly, we're going to tell you how to do that in a second.
Yes,
and then we're going to get to the Atlas Action coaching assignment. So, Master Coach Marianne, do we have anything else?
That was all of the questions that I have for you today.
All right, so.
Unless you want to talk more about your dating site.
I think we'll cover that in another podcast, and we'll tie it into a podcast episode after the team has a chance to convince me that you guys are good to go on creating a wild and transparent dating profile. Tasteful, of course. How can't not be. So
good things are coming.
Yeah. So the Atlas Action coaching assignment. I'm going to do this right now. Before we get to that, though, we got 3 reminders. Whether you're listening to this in audio on the podcast or watching on the Atlas Candid Cam that I'm pointing at right now.
I'm pointing with you.
Master Coach Marianne is pointing with me. 3 things. Share this with anybody you know who can benefit from this episode, the previous 8 episodes, and all the episodes that are going to be coming from here forward. Please share it. It helps us to be able to do more of this. Number 2, if you haven't signed up for the free Fit for Life program, you're nuts. You need to do it. It's an awesome program. Just go to thejoeyatlas.com. You'll see exactly where to get the free program videos sent straight to your inbox. And you follow my instructions on video. It's a no-brainer.
No-brainer. Think of how many places you have your inbox.
Right.
On your phone, on your tablet, on your computer,
you can access the videos from any device.
Anywhere.
It's set up to act just like an app. Very simple and straightforward. 3rd thing, share this all with your friends, family, and coworkers. Don't be stingy. Give it to them. The more we share it, the more we help the world.
Together.
Right, you do it together.
How much fun is that?
And the more you surround yourself with like-minded people doing the same things, the more likely you are to stick with it and get the results that you really, really want. The other thing is, please rate and review this podcast. I can't emphasize enough how much help that gives me in getting the podcast found by other people searching for it. It helps boost the credibility, and it helps show that people are actually listening to it, and helps Apple iTunes realize, hey, there's this guy's getting some ears tuning in.
Yes.
They must have something good going on that they're doing here. Let's start sharing this with other people and having it show in the search rankings for the podcasts that have to do with fitness, nutrition, mindset, longevity, and living an awesome life. So, as you listen to the inspirational, uplifting, and motivating music that my sound engineer Toby is bringing in here now, I get to bring you the Atlas Action Coaching Assignment. And here's what it is. We know this Q&A type format is going to be really, really popular. We did some market research beforehand. So we'd like you, for your coaching assignment, to come submit at least one question. And here's where you can do that. You can come to my Facebook page, Joey Atlas Fitness. You can post it there. You can find me on Instagram at @TheJoeyAtlas. You can send me it through Instagram after you follow me. You can actually submit it at thejoeyatlas.com on any one of the blog posts or Atlas Candid Cam video posts. You can scroll down. There's a comment box there for you where you can submit your question. Or if you want to keep it private until we bring it live on the air, you can go to the same website, thejoeyatlas.com, click on Contact up at the top, write your question on the contact form, and hit Submit. So is there any other way that I could have them submit?
No, I think you covered it. But let's just remind people, if you don't be embarrassed to ask anything, because if you're thinking it, someone else is also. If there's something you want to ask, someone else wants to know as well. So don't be afraid to submit any question.
Right, and that's your Atlas Action Coaching Assignment. You have to do it.
Anything.
At least one question.
Anything.
Or ask your spouse, hubby, boyfriend, girlfriend, family member for a question. Bring it, submit it. We're going to be
Simple,
answering it on future
complicated,
episodes.
Whatever it may be, ask it.
That's it. And so,
You have
Master
nothing
Coach
to
Marianne, let's give a high five.
Yes.
Let's do a front double bicep for the video, right?
Oh.
Bam, bam, this is it. When you do the right thing, the results come. Oh yeah, look at that. Awesome. All right, if you're listening to the audio and you want to see the poses we just did, come to thejoeyatlas.com, click on shows, and then click on Atlas Candid Cam channel. You get to watch this, see the antics, get a little inspiration from the visuals. And that's it. That's the Fitness Whisperer episode number 9. We thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next show. Sending you out some big love. Master Coach Marianne, anything else you want to say?
No, lots of love.
All right, see you next time.
I'm sorry, hope I didn't.
Awesome. No, that's good. Toby,
Yay, Toby.
Toby will clean it right up.
Hold on to those. 'Cause they
Well
might be
done.
on the ground.
Thank you for tuning in. Again, we love you.
Yes.
We'll see you on the next one.
Mwah.
Spread the word. Share this. Don't hold it back.
Oh, I'm probably up high.
There
Bye,
you go.
guys.
You're good to go.